Well, this is an interesting game to say the very least, but welcome to some closed beta footage and some of my first impressions of M.A.R.S, aka Mercenary, Assault, and Recon Squad. So, what is this game? Well, it's an upcoming third-person slash first-person shooter type game. It is a bit of an older style game. Consider that this game actually seems to be running off older graphics and it's not exactly high tech. I assume this game was either big in Asia for quite some time, or it's been in the Asian market or Korean market for some time, as when you do launch the closed beta as of this point, the game actually shows up in a Japanese, Korean, or even Asian font initially, which is my first given facts or thoughts that this game actually is from a different part of the world. Anyway, what are my thoughts of this game? Well, it's interesting to say the very least. I personally do enjoy the game. It's an older style game. It has older play tactics, and it utilizes mechanics that don't exactly work in today's day and age, and for the most part may have been forgotten. These mechanics could include executions, reload mechanics like the quick time reload, where if you reload perfectly you get golden bullets, or if you reload on time you just get a normal reload. If you just forget to reload entirely, you basically are on a slow reload, as well as other mechanics like crawling when you're down, or even just having like a struggle to crawl overall when you are, fighting for your life and for your survival. In general, this uses also a gold-based system or a coin-based system, a Q-Gold system, which are microtransactions, as well as another cash-based system, which I suspect also are microtransactions. Overall, the graphics are not the latest and greatest in any gameplay. In fact, you could tell that this is from a day and age when the graphics were kind of still blocky, kind of still polygon-like. They are not the greatest graphics. This is definitely an older style game. You can tell that this game was from 2003, maybe up to 2010, 2005, 12. But they are definitely not the greatest graphics in the world, and you can obviously tell that this game has dated graphics when you look at them, and even when you're playing, it is dated. How is the service? Well, the service is probably not that bad. Consider that you only get about an average of 60 frames. Maybe you can get up to 144 frames or so. I have not tested the graphical settings yet, but I will say that frame rate is pretty low. What about servers? Well, going by my first impressions, going by what I've been seeing, honestly, as far as impressions go, yeah, server is just not a great thing. Servers are pretty bad, in my personal opinion. Servers are mediocre. I mean, they feel like servers that are from 2000, 2003, the very, very early days of online gaming. And, you know, while that may not be such a bad thing, sometimes for some people, it is a bit of a problem in my personal opinion, especially when you look at today's day and age of games. Hopefully there will be a North American server that will be in the works, or a better North American server. But at the moment, you know, I think that the servers are peer-to-peer, and and due to them being peer-to-peer, for say, they are probably not the best servers you could get at this point, which, you know, honestly would not be great. You know, and like, for instance, looking at all the servers, you know, some servers that you can get, as I'm looking at the servers now, you can see that there's just not very good servers. Like, the server connection is not great. The ping is pretty bad. I mean, for the most part, you probably are expecting a ping of anywhere between 50 to, I would say, 100 ping in any given day or age. But with the servers, and looking at how they are right now, the servers are anywhere from 176 ms ping, which is almost a 1 second difference ping, all the way up to almost 200 ping. And this is just going by the location that's near me. So you can tell that, honestly, the servers are not great. They are not perfect. I mean, you'd have to be incredibly close to some server that's best for you. But at this point, I mean, I will say that obviously servers are like from a day and an age that is very, very old and very, very past. But in general, I think the game is good. I think the game has potential, and I hope that as the game reaches its launch date, it will maybe get better servers, or maybe we'll optimize the servers a little bit better, because right now, I mean, unfortunately, the servers feel very, very dated. They feel like they're from a day and age when, you know, obviously servers were not the greatest they could be. And, you know, if you played any game recently, any old game, any new game recently, you know that the servers are pretty bad. Or, I should say bad. The servers are definitely pretty good for most other games. Like, you look at Fortnite, you look at Apex Legends, you know, most of the servers are pretty optimized and they're pretty good. But for M.A.R.S, I feel that the servers are just not very good. I like the game. I like the concept of the game. It definitely has old mechanics that are no longer used, and mechanics that are kind of, if you will, forgotten. But that's what drives the game. Unfortunately, though, I think the devs really have not created a game that personally is optimized well for today's day and age. Like, I mean, when it comes down to it, server ping should be around 50 to 70, maybe even 80 at most if you're at your closest server. If you are somewhere that's further away, then yeah, server ping might be a little higher. But, like, for instance, if you're in Asia, server ping should be extremely high. But, you know, it feels like it feels like M.A.R.S just doesn't have the servers that are built for, you know, what the game wants to do.
Double kill.
What is it? But anyway, these are my first impressions from the closed beta. I obviously think that M.A.R.S can be a good game, but because of the server issues and because of the way the game is in its current state, I feel that M.A.R.S is going to fall flat on interest, and it's definitely not going to be, in my opinion, the game that you will be looking towards next. Especially with how many games are out there that are trying to be this great free-to-play game. You know, you've got games like PlanetSide 2, which are getting constant updates, and their servers, from what I've seen from watching other people play and playing in the past, have been very, very good. You've got games like Apex Legends, which have great servers, great gameplay to some degree, and, you know, it can be very, very fun. But when you get something like, you know, this, M.A.R.S, and other games like it feels like they really try to go cheap on servers rather than trying to optimize servers and traffic. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, I would like to hear what you think about M.A.R.S, and I hope that this has helped you maybe make an informed decision of should you get it. Like I said, these are closed beta. This is closed beta footage. This is not exactly this isn't the final version of the game. Who knows? Maybe the final version of the game will be better. I will look at the final version of the game when it comes out, but currently, as it stands, I feel that at the end of the day, M.A.R.S needs to work on its servers to make the servers better for all players, and not make it to where, like, the closest server you can get is about 170, 150 ping, or MS, you know, because 150 MS, 170 MS is not going to do, especially if you are, for instance, in a location where the server ping is just extremely high, you know. And, you know, again, this is, like I said, a day and age where servers are truly gonna make or break your game, and truly make or break people, or make people interested in what you have to offer. As I've said, I don't think M.A.R.S is really that bad of a game. I think it's a good game, but at the same time, I just want to say that right now, looking at the server ping rate, it is definitely not where you want it to be. It's definitely not where, you know, everyone wants to be overall. Because, I mean, if you have servers that are like anywhere between 222 MS to 203 MS, it makes the game unplayable. And that's just the unfortunate part about M.A.R.S is, you know, it's a great idea. It's a great game to some degree. But the fact that the servers are so
triple kill,
lackluster, that's the word. You know, I think it really throws the game towards it. Anyway, that's my opinion. That's my thoughts for the closed beta of M.A.R.S. I hope that the game gets better, and I hope they really look to optimizing servers on M.A.R.S. But with that being said, yeah, I would like to hear your comments. I would like to know what your thoughts are. If you are in the closed beta for M.A.R.S, or you are playing the closed beta for M.A.R.S, tell me your experience and tell me what you think about M.A.R.S. And with that being said, yeah, hope you enjoyed M.A.R.S, and I will be looking to continuing looking at M.A.R.S as it reaches open beta or when it reaches its release. But until then, yeah, thank you everyone for joining me, and
Areas at hand.
bye.
Make the last push.